Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Hot Toys 6-scale figure of Cad Bane, the deluxe version. Cad Bane is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. I absolutely loved him in the Clone Wars, and when he showed up in the Book of Boba Fett, I freaked out. So when Hot Toys announced they were making a figure of him from Book of Boba Fett, well, I just had to get it. And I mostly really like this figure. The outfit looks really good. I'm really happy with the basic tailoring of everything. The coat is cool. The belt has some nice details to it. Everything that you would want to see like kind of featured from the show. Like detail on his boots all look really good. The actual tailoring of the pants, of his little top tunic thing, the little hibbity-dibbity Star Wars-y gack that's on his torso looks good. Little thingies. The little gauntlets look great. I like the little black line work within the blue. Looks really good. My only tiniest of nitpicks, not that tiny, but the hat is basically made of felt, and the way it came out of the packaging, you can see how the back section bends down and the front kind of warps up a little bit, and you can already see, I know it's not supposed to be a perfect hat, but I wish there was some way, I don't know, something about the feltiness of it all. It feels a little flimsy, looks a little flimsy. I mean, I'm glad it's not plastic, because I hate when you get a plastic cowboy hat with the rest of a figure that's cloth, but I'm not thrilled with the felt. The face, though, on this is just freaking great. Look at the little wrinkles on the side of the eyes there. And this is one of 3 faces it comes with, but the shading for the wrinkled brow, the little snarl at the edges of the lips, of the mouth, the air tubes, and the way they connect to the back section here looks really good. But yeah, I'm really digging this head a lot. So now let's go look at the accessories. The hands that are already attached to the figure are quick draw hands, but we also have these alternate set of fist hands, and more importantly, a pair of gun grip trigger finger hands. Speaking of trigger finger, we do also get 2 pistols, and I gotta say, I think the pistols here look really cool. We also get this little tiny antenna that attaches to the back of his little oxygen backpack thingy, so we'll do that in a moment. Speaking of attachment, you also can attach this to his little gauntlet for the flamethrower effect, and we get these additional heads. I personally prefer this one. I just like that slight tooth. I like the attitude, the snarl. I think this is just a great expression. This one's cool too, but I think that last one I just showed you really has, I don't know, to me it conveys the best, but I do like the open mouth, the tongue, the detail in the teeth. This is really nice. We also get wrist pegs, and since this is the deluxe edition, we have a smattering of deluxe accessories, like these little rocket jets that attach to his boots with the flame effect. The big draw for me is the deluxe edition comes with Toto 360, and I think this turned out really good. Details on the weathering of the head along the edges look really good. You have articulation at the neck, the shoulder, and the legs. There's a little plug for where the stand goes, but just little details on the little back vent there looks good. Overall, Toto looks great. There are holes at the bottom of the feet, so you can plug in, let's just go ahead and do that now. You can plug in the little rocket jet effects, which also come with the deluxe version here, Toto. I think that looks really cool. He also comes with these little legs. Alternate legs that when you plug them in bring the feet together for the wheel mode. However, the legs feel really brittle. I don't want to mess with these joints, so I'm not going to show you the wheel effect. Sorry. I also forgot to mention we also get a set of buttons for Cad Bane, but here's the little figure stand for Toto. I'm just going to plug that in. Plugging Toto onto the base was super easy, and having the articulated arm that allows him to be displayed on a base in a flying pose is super awesome. Lastly, we have Cad Bane's display stand, which I really dig the base on. I like that it's got the sandy surface of Tatooine. The little footprints for his feet are a nice touch, but it is a little C-clamp, which Hot Toys I feel has been using more and more of, even with the foam lining. I'm not the biggest fan of the C-clamp. I prefer the little nut cups, the little wires with the balls on them. that cup under the gooch. The biggest problem I have with this though is the pole itself, which, you know, to me, yeah, it requires a little bit of work to unscrew this little screw and slide the C-clamp down to the waist. But my problem is that if you clamp the figure at the waist, then you've got all this excess pole sticking up. It can't go under the coat, and if it did, it would look terrible. So instead, it's sticking out. And based on where the clamp fits on the bar, he's going to be clamped a little bit further out from the base than I'd like. This is great if you're going to put him in the flying pose with his rocket jets. There's no denying that having it elevated would be cool. But there should be an alternative for people who don't want it to be elevated. There should be a shorter pole so it doesn't mess with his back, and also there should be maybe some sort of like crotch cup alternative. I just don't want a pole sticking out from the back space of my figure, and I don't want to use a C-clamp pinching the coat around the outside, nor do I want it going up the coat so it's clamping the figure's waist on the inside. Every option to me just kind of sucks. Just for funsies, I'm going to swap out the faces. It is worth pointing out that due to the lighting of this video, the faces are coming off a lot brighter than I intended. Just with the white background and the darkness of his outfit, it's, you know, causing the faces to read a lot less blue than they really are. Also, while we're at it here, let's just go ahead and attach the little antenna to the back of the little oxygen unit right here. And here's how you attach the rocket jets to the side of his leg. You just pop off those little sections of bullets and plug this little rocket jet in. And here's how the rocket jets look on his feet. Here's a look at the figure with the flame attached to his gauntlet. And here he is rocking the pistol, which, you know, because of just like the overall design of Cad Bane, I feel looks good in almost like any, you know, position you put him in, whether it's like quick draw or, you know, arm fully extended or whatever. As a fan of this character, I can honestly say that I'm really, really happy with how this figure turned out. I love that you can just tilt his head forward slightly and get such a great stoic presence on the shelf, besides, you know, obviously putting him in like bigger, more action-y gunslinging poses. I love that they included Toto 360 in this release. As a fan of the Clone Wars, I think it's neat how, like with Anakin or with like certain clone figures, they're taking characters that had a certain style in the animated series, and then as they make them into Hot Toys, they do the live-action version of it. Obviously, we have a live-action design for Cad Bane, but taking animated Toto and bringing him into a more live-action texture and stuff with the weathering on the metal, really, really cool. If you're a fan of Clone Wars, I think this is a great inclusion. My only like nitpick, it's my usual nitpick with a lot of Hot Toys lately, is the way they're doing their figure stands. You'd think that like the bent armor and the metal bent arm would be cool and the C-clamp would be cool, but it ends up making a stand that I don't want to use, and that's really annoying. I wish they included a little more options or went a different route. Also worth noting that the coat he's wearing, I'm pretty sure I read that it was going to have wiring running through it, and there is no wire in this coat. It just hangs the way it hangs. But that's fine with me because I think it hangs pretty good and looks pretty rad. So yeah, I friggin' love this. The details on his face, outstanding. The outfit looks great. Presence on the shelf, amazing. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this figure, and if you want to be up to date with all my latest reviews, be sure to click subscribe.